place in which to dwell. It matters all the more acutely today, since the COVID-19 pandemic has created a palpable sense of before and after in almost every arena of our lives. What comes next for our cities? The uneven experiences of the coronavirus period seem to demand that it be something different. Though it is a subject in vogue and in headlines, the 15-minute city is not the newest idea on the block. Analogous concepts have been devised across the centuries to carve out pleasant pockets of a city that can function well inside a larger body. Georgian and Victorian London had its garden squares, to create little lungs of Rus and Herbe amid the burgeoning industrial city, where plane, almond and sycamore trees were planted for their ability to inhale the smog. America in the 1920s proposed the neighbourhood unit, a regimented piece of urbanism that organised precise densities of people as the building blocks for a city. Conceived by the sociologist Clarence Perry, the neighbourhood unit placed schools at the topographical centre of neighbourhood life and measured the desired distances between amenities in 5-minute walks. Perry, who also was influential in the planning of New York, said, "In a sense, every great city is a conglomeration of small communities." Contemporary Barcelona, meanwhile, has the car-limited superblock, in which traffic within a large designated block is restricted to promote active travel on foot and by bike. All of these ideas are part of the 15-minute city dialogue. It is not a rigid, inflexible formula. More recently in the public conversation, the 15-minute city has been perceived by some as the opening gambit of totalitarian, smart cities, in which smartness or data-driven intelligence about the life of a city is in fact a form of information harvesting in the interests of undemocratic state control, a subject I will address in Chapter 6. One of the most fascinating dimensions of the idea, in my view at least, is the great tensions it can seemingly contain. Even the singular opposites of its vision inform its contemporary shape. In the radical French architect Le Corbusier's Plan Voissart for Paris, for example, exhibited in 1925 and published in 1929, he proposed a razing of the old, cluttered streets at the city's heart in favour of a clean gridiron, in which the car would be the uncontested king. He called it a sane reconstruction of the dwelling unit and the creation of urban organs which would answer to our conditions of living which have been so profoundly affected by machinery. His picture of a reborn Paris was explicitly a city that bowed to progress by acknowledging and ceding to the age of the automobile. The plan never happened, and Paris is now the thriving engine room of the 15-minute concept, inverting Le Corbusier's ideas almost completely, a city built for people, not cars. The 15-minute city is also a work in progress. Many cities are starting with pilot schemes, and this will inevitably lead to refinements and iterations, or perhaps an eventual abandonment of the idea in favour of something else when an evidence base is available for analysis, or even when another crisis arrives to reframe our priorities all over again. This book explores the hour of the 15-minute city in its broadest terms, to ask why its message is so resonant and so contested now, and to try to understand how it could truly make our urban lives change at their foundations. And if it's not the ideally shaped idea to meet this moment, could there be something better? Are we chasing the right targets? And are we looking at the problem in the most enlightening way? One incontrovertible fact in this debate is that every city is a one-off. New York can't be replicated any more than London can. Cities are expressive places, products of human history and progress, as well as mistakes and setbacks. Their characters are more than the streets, bricks, and houses put together. Yet another undeniable fact in this realm is that all cities are in a dialogue of ideas with one another. This, in my view, is one of the strengths of the 15-minute city movement. It is an international conversation.